can join online via mixlr.com/gistfm every Monday and Saturday. What are your political views? Keep a date.
Yes, it is 34 days to the next election, presidential and national assembly, 25th February 2023. That's when it's happening. Good morning and welcome to Political Views on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. I am Martin Ifeanyi Ekezie. And as the election approach, the relevance of Nnamdi Kanu to to this upcoming election is very important discussion that Anambra State governor had to appeal to the federal government about it. One of the biggest challenge that confronts this coming election is the issue of insecurity. Not just in the southeast, but in the entire Nigeria as a whole is a problem really. So, to the governance of Anambra State, based on what the governor of Anambra State said, basically about Nnamdi Kanu, that he needs to be in the security meeting that will solve the insecurity problem in the southeast. Talking about the kinetic approach, just the way he described it. But the question is, if the federal government should refuse to accept this particular approach, what happens during the election? Is the election going to hold? With this, because already the Anambra State governor is trying to let us understand that it is very important for the election to hold in the southeast. And maybe by Monday or Tuesday, the governor will submit his request to the Attorney General of the Federation in the person of Malami San. Apart from the southeast, the northern part of Nigeria is also suffering from insecurity. Even the southwest. A lot of people commend Amotekun and their activities, but yet southwest have their own share of the experience of insecurity as well. Another challenge this election is going to face is the case of vote buying. But INEC is assuring us that with the bimodal voters accreditation system, that could be curbed. With all the challenges this election is confronted with, Professor Mahmood Yakubu led INEC is sure this election is going to be successful. At the same time, we will pay attention to what Obi Ezekwesili is saying about the fact that the class that looks down on the class that really engages in vote buying does not understand their challenges, the challenges of the common Nigerian who is hungry, but yet sees opportunity to use that PVC to make little money to eat, that you don't understand their moral standing to compare with that of, an upper class person, condemning that person. So it's an issue that we will look at on this particular edition of Political Views on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. This is the program that gives you the opportunity to air your views on the happenings, in the political space in Nigeria today. Before we go any further, Let's bring you up to speed on the happenings on the political space this morning. Political news. The headlines. Nweke warns Enugu residents against vote selling. APC, PDP, bicker over explosion at Port Harcourt rally. Supreme Court restores Akpabio as Akwa Ibom APC senatorial candidate. MPC will deploy cutting-edge technology for 2023 census, says chairman. Three assembly members hospitalized as autumn's convoy crashes. How PDP chairman died in Enugu. How Nigerians can overcome economic other challenges by cleric. No increase in pump price of petrol, silver. President Buhari to inaugurate projects in Lagos. Buhari salutes Minister of State, Labour, Festus Keyamo at 53. President Buhari to inaugurate 5 projects in Lagos. Now, the details. Nweke warns Enugu residents against vote selling. Frank Nweke Jr., the governorship candidate of the All Progressive Grand Alliance APGA in Enugu State, on Friday warned Enugu residents against selling their votes for political parties. He gave the warning while engaging residents in Eke Mgbowo, Eke Ashi, and Okiife, Wanda Market in Ogwu, and Oji River local government areas. He assured the people of his commitment to put them first when elected in the March governorship poll. He warned that the sale of their votes was equal to giving permission to the buyer to loot public resources and deny them of their basic rights. I will not offer you 2,000 naira or 5,000 naira for your PVCs. My offer is 4 years of good governance in exchange for your votes, Nweke declared. He acknowledged the true deficit in government, noting that his administration's mission was to deliver the dividends of democracy and win back their trust. Nweke, who had been on a market tour across the state, engaged residents in their local dialects, switching from Igbo to Yoruba and Hausa as required to ensure understanding and assure each person of inclusiveness. APC, PDP, bicker over explosion at Port Harcourt rally. The All Progressive Congress APC in Rivers State and the People's Democratic Party PDP in the state have strongly disagreed over the explosion that occurred during the former governorship campaign rally in Port Harcourt last Thursday. The spokesman of the APC 2023 campaign council, Soboye Eli, while briefing newsmen yesterday in Port Harcourt, alleged that thugs working for the faction of the PDP, loyal to Governor Nyesom Wike, carried out the attack on supporters of the party. But the director of publicity and communications of the state PDP campaign council, Ogbonna Muke, in a swift reaction, said the claims by the APC were false, stressing that the PDP has no knowledge of whatever happened at the rally. Recall that some supporters of the APC sustained various degrees of injuries after an improvised explosive device, IED, exploded during a rally organized by the party after initial altercation with youth of Ruwoji community who were said to have prevented the party's supporters from accessing the community town hall in My One, Port Harcourt City Local Council. Supreme Court restores Akpabio as Akwa Ibom APC senatorial candidate. The Supreme Court has declared former Akwa Ibom governor and former Minister of Niger Delta Affairs, Godswill Akpabio, as the authentic candidate of the All Progressive Congress APC in the February 25th National Assembly election. The Apex Court, in an unanimous judgment yesterday delivered by Justice Ibrahim Solawa, returned Akpabio as candidate in the forthcoming election shortly after it set aside the judgment of the Abuja division of the Court of Appeal, which had sacked Akpabio as candidate of the APC in the said election. According to the Apex Court, the lower court erred in law when he assumed jurisdiction in the internal matters of a political party. The Supreme Court therefore set aside the judgment of the Court of Appeal and upheld the judgment of Justice Donatus Okorowo, which held that Akpabio was lawfully nominated by his party. The Supreme Court also yesterday laid to rest the long-drawn legal battle on the authenticity of candidates for Jega Alioro Gwadu Federal Constituency of Kebbi State in the forthcoming general election on the platform of the All Progressive Congress. MPC will deploy cutting-edge technology for 2023 census, says Chairman. The National Population Commission, MPC, yesterday assured Nigerians that it would deploy available cutting-edge technology to avert manipulation during the conduct of the 2023 census. Chairman of the Commission, NASA Esa Kwara, who gave the assurance while speaking with newsmen after he met with President Muhammadu Buhari at the Presidential Villa, Abuja, also declared that the technology to be deployed would make it difficult for anyone to manipulate the process. Fielding questions, Farah said the exercise would be different from the previous ones, which he said were marred by controversies, stressing that the Commission would be making use of cutting-edge technology, including global positioning system, GPS, and satellite images. According to him, every building in the country has already been coded for the purpose. This census is going to be different from past census. The theory and practice is essentially the same, but we are using high-end technology to conduct this census, and it's such that nobody can tamper with any figure. Nobody will be counted more than once. The next story we have for you is 3 assembly members hospitalized as autumn's convoy crashes. Water. Network. Network. Yo. Network. What can I do for you, network? Take your time. Come on. Network. Hey, man, Nigeria. That's right. You're still tuned to Ebona, the 103.5 FM, and this is Political Views. Sorry about that little delay. It was due to network problem. But we're right back, and we're on to the story. 3 assembly members hospitalized as autumn's convoy crashes. Yes, the campaign convoy of the People's Democratic Party PDP in Benue State yesterday involved in an accident at Otonkon, headquarters of Ado local government area during the party's statewide campaign tour. The news learnt that 3 members of the Benue State House of Assembly security personnel and other party faithful who were involved in the auto crash sustained various degrees of injuries, but no life was lost. The vehicle involved include a PDP branded Toyota Hummer bus, branded Toyota Hilux van with giant speakers, and 2 other SUVs. The wounded were rushed to the General Hospital, Igumale. Governor Samuel Otom, who took time off the campaign to visit the wounded at the hospital, directed that the victims be evacuated at Otukpo and Makodi, where there are better medical facilities. Governor Otom described the accident as unfortunate and expressed appreciation to God that there were no deaths recorded. He used the moment to caution all drivers on the campaign train to exercise carefulness while moving in convoy. Among those injured were Honorable William Otom, member, Benue State House of Assembly, representing Guma State Constituency, Honorable Geoffrey Abase of Gia East State Constituency, and Honorable Suj Abayin of Kwanda West State Constituencies. The next story we have for you is how PDP chairman died in Enugu. The chairman of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, in Udu local government area of Enugu State, Mr. SKB Obuago, is dead. Obuago reportedly collapsed during a town hall meeting of the Enugu Guba candidates at Eziago local government area. Reports have claimed that the town hall meeting with the people of Eziago had ended at a local government, and the acting chairman who attended from his council area was on his way to the venue of the reception when he had the crisis. The acting chairman, who was said to be an asthmatic patient, was rushed to a nearby hospital where he gave up the ghost on Thursday evening. Efforts to get the party chairman in the state, Augustine Nnamani, for reaction failed, as he failed to pick his calls. How Nigerians can overcome economic and other challenges by Cleric. Lead pastors of Harvest International Christian Center, Bolaji Idowu, has emphasized the need for Nigerians to be optimistic and develop positive mindset to overcome challenges facing the country in the new year. The country is battling inflation, insecurity, unemployment, and other challenges, which the citizens hope to overcome if a good leader is elected in the coming polls. At the church's 2023 wine press conference in Lagos, the cleric noted that the importance of positive mental attitude and strategic planning, backed up with spiritual direction, cannot be overemphasized in these challenging times. He also highlighted the month of January as a critical time to set the tone for the rest of the year. If your mind is small and your beliefs are limited, there are heights you can never reach, he added. No increase in pump price of petrol. The Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Chief Timirie Silva, said that the federal government has not approved any increase in the pump price of the premium motor spirits, PMS, otherwise called petrol. In a statement on Friday in Abuja, Silva said that the President Muhammadu Buhari had not approved rise in the pump price of PMS as being bandied around. President Muhammadu Buhari has not approved any increase in the price of PMS or any other petroleum product for that matter. There is no reason for the president to renege on his earlier promise not to approve any increase in the price of PMS at this time. Mr. President is sensitive to the plight of the ordinary Nigerian, and he said repeatedly that he understands the challenges of the ordinary Nigerian and would not want to cause untold hardship for the electorate. Government will not approve any increase of PMS secretly without due consultations with the relevant stakeholders, he said. He said that the president had not directed the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority, NMDPRA, or any agency for that matter to the price of fuel. According to him, this is not the time for any price increase in pump price of PMS. The minister explained that what was playing out was the handwork of mischief makers and those planning to discredit the achievements of the president in the oil and gas sector of the economy. I appeal to Nigerians to remain calm and law-abiding as the government is working hard to bring normalcy to fuel supply and distribution in the country, he said. President Buhari to inaugurate 5 projects in Lagos. The Lagos state government on Friday said that the President Muhammadu Buhari will be inaugurating at least 5 projects in the state in 2 days. The Commissioner for Information and Strategy, Mr. Gbenga Omotosho, made this known in Ikeja during the news conference on state visit by President Buhari, scheduled from January 23rd to 24th. Omotosho said the projects to be inaugurated were the Lekki Deep Sea Port, which showed a symbol of a good working relationship between the public and private sectors. He said that the projects included the 32 metric tons per hour Lagos rice mill, one of the largest in the world, and 18.75 kilometer 6-lane rigid pavement Eleko Junction to Ebe Expressway. According to him, President Buhari will also be inaugurating the John Rado Center for Yoruba Culture and History and the iconic Lagos Blue Line Rail Project. As you are well aware, this will be the president's first official visit to Lagos State since assumption of office by Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu and his deputy, Dr. Kadri Obafemi Hamzat, in May 2019. Although the governor has hosted the president during some of his visits to Lagos, next week visit by President Muhammadu Buhari will be one with a difference. He continued, it is a visit where the president will again see the beauty of Lagos and take the opportunity to see firsthand and commission the life-changing and people-oriented projects undertaken by the Sanwo-Olu administration, he said. The last story we have for you this morning is Buhari salutes Minister of State, Labour, Festus Keyamo, at 53. President Muhammadu Buhari has joined leaders and members of the APC in congratulating the Minister of State, Labour and Employment, Mr. Festus Keyamo San, on his 53rd birthday, January 21st. In a congratulatory message by his spokesman, Mr. Femi Adesina, on Friday in Abuja, Buhari congratulated the former Minister of State, Niger Delta, and renowned human rights activist. The president lauded the minister for throwing his wealth of knowledge and experience in championing the governing party, and also graciously accepted the role of Director of Strategic Communications for the President's Campaign Council. He acknowledged the sacrifices of the party stalwart and his dedication to duty, especially in pursuing the welfare of the peoples through laudable initiatives like providing a framework for long-term social security. Buhari noted the courage, confidence, and brilliance that the legal luminary brought to the table in shaping policies and his commitment to creating an understanding of the position of government in serving Nigerians. He prayed that the Almighty would keep Kiamu and his family on the path of good health and wisdom as he continues serving the nation. There you have it. A lot is going on, as the election approaches. So the issue of insecurity affecting the 2023 presidential election in the Southeast is like major issue. When we're talking about what is going on in the political space in Nigeria today, basically, if you look at it properly. Now, the attack at the Wali, that APC and PDP bickers over, the explosion at Port Harcourt Wali. Now, that will explain, will show you that the election, really, insecurity is trying to get at it, really, when it is also affecting political activities like campaigning and the rest of them. So the issue we are going to address this morning basically is going to looking at this insecurity, the way it affects the election. And then the issue of PVC too. Have you collected your PVC? It is very important we talk about it. And then in collecting it, like what was your experience in collecting it? These and more will be the course of our discussion on this particular edition of Political Views on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. The numbers you will call and become part of the conversation here is 080-9666-1035. What are your political views? Hello? Hello? Yeah, good morning. Good morning. Your name and your location first. And this is not, we are not talking about that here. This is a different thing. When you want to call for that differently. We are talking a different thing now. Political views. And if you're not for it, let's get others talking about it. What are your political views, basically? Your name and location, and then we get to it. Okay, thank you so much. Yes, 08096661035. That's the discussion here. Political views. What are your views on all that is going on in the political space in Nigeria today? It concerns you, it concerns me. It's very important that we talk about these things, all that is going on in the corridor. Let's hear from you. Hello? Oh, network is messing with us, but keep the calls coming. 08096661035. Yes, let's hear from you. Hello? Hello?
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, later.
Yeah, my brother.
Yes, Honorable, yeah, because I'm on the line.
Okay, where are you calling us from?
I'm calling from Ogidi.
Please go on, Honorable.
Yes. I'm not surprised in what is happening in the nation.
Yeah.
Being that all the facets are falling down in our president, well, especially in the watch of President Muhammad Buhari.
Okay.
And nothing is being done. Look at all the refineries are more important. They will bring in some dollars or pounds in order to repair the refineries, but they will share the money. Okay, those ones that are, encouraging us to little refineries, they cannot encourage them. They demolish you. And most of the soldiers that are demolished, they are part of the business. It has been closed. So the government is not encouraging anybody at all. Seeing that all the segments of the government are failed.
Yeah.
You cannot think security is nowhere to be found these days. And I'm surprised. The APC must follow this election because people are scared.
Okay.
I may not like to go and vote for somebody and come back with blood. You understand me?
Okay.
And Nigeria is not trying to do anything to focus on this security issue. If you look at the matter of Mazen and the Kano, if that man is not released, I don't think there will be tangible issue happening in the Southeast because we are behind him. And really, due to this lopsidedness of everything, people are no more interested in this Nigeria. Because there is nothing happening, they are not trying to argument anything. Everything is falling down. If you look at our Naira, You can't buy anything with it. Every facet has failed. I mean, and people are not happy.
Okay, then are you of the that some knowledge, some of the things we see in the news today is suggesting that some politicians are also part of the issue that is going on in, like, the insecurity in the southeast is going to enable some politicians and then disarm us as well. Some of us coming from the southeast, like some of the people representing us from the southeast when it comes to this presidential and every other election that we are going to hold now. Don't you think that somehow, if we in the southeast is thinking of that insecurity and then thinking of our safety in this manner, that the aims of the people orchestrating, like making this insecurity to happen, is already achieved?
Really, the problem we're having in Nigeria is that our constitution is, in fact, it is like concern of the barbaric people. You can see somebody from governor, he will become a minister, from minister, senator, and all. If he has a very bad union, he will introduce it to any other department.
Okay.
You cannot say somebody will be 80 years and he will be trying to become another senator or trying to acquire another office. And young people are there. Intelligent people are there. So the problem we're having is these people ruling us. They cannot allow people to breathe. They will change from one position to the other. And this country collapse in their watch. What are they going to offer again? I mean, if it is revolution that will solve this problem of this nation, we are about to do that. Because we cannot fold our hands and allow this nation to pack away due to the fact that the ignorance of what is happening to us.
Okay.
I mean, this insecurity has caused apathy, and I don't think this election will hold. Let them release Martin and they can so that tension in the east will cool down first of all.
Okay, so
thank you and God bless.
Okay, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
I'm still around. I can still talk to you.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Like, if you're looking at the issue of Governor Charles Soludo calling for his release, and at the end of the day, how, if the federal government don't listen, how is it? Just, you have talked about the fear people have. Aside from just the fear, people who also want to come and vote for their preferred candidates, how is it going to affect the election last when it comes to security now? Just apart from the apathy, yes, we talked about the apathy, but
people are annoyed.
Okay.
People are angry. Yes, people are angry already. So those call for the release of Martin and they can say welcome development.
Okay.
If these people in Abuja can hear us, because they wanted us to perish here. They knew that when we are holding Martin and they can, there must be someone in the southeast. That is the reason. Why can't they obey the court order? Yes, they want that problem in this nation.
Okay, now.
Can they obey the court order and release Martin and they can, or let them stop him to Soludo, so that we will know that there will peace in the southeast.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
It is still political views on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. What are your political views? Let's hear from you. All of this that is going on. How is going to be, like, the release of Nnamdi Kanu, looking at it, the days left, before the election. How possible is it, to actualize that? The governor is yet to submit the request, for that release. Let's hear from you. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning, my brother.
My name is Igwe Roman, calling from PDP.
Please go on.
I vote for the right person that is releasing and the current government is to release him.
Okay.
That is simple to me.
Okay.
If anybody is entertaining fear, that person is against him and the Kanu. If anybody will not come out to vote for on that election day, that person is against him and the Kanu and Biafra. Yes, that is simple truth. Yes, because agitation is a right, is a right. Fundamental human right.
Okay.
You have the right to agitate. He will come out and continue his agitation. Nobody will stop him. That is how we.
Oh, wow. Sorry. Network is messing with us. But anyhow, keep the calls coming. 08096661035. And, you become part of this conversation. Let's hear from you. Hello.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Frank from Elgin.
Okay, welcome.
I don't want to support the last caller.
Okay.
The issue of not the election not holding in the
Or having voters apathy.
Yes. I want to say that whoever that supports or whoever that does not want to come out to vote, that person does not mean well for Nnamdi Kanu. Why I explain this is this. This is the time that we the Igbos of Southeastern, and we have a chance to produce the president in this country.
Okay.
And we believe that the release of Nnamdi Kanu will be easier or more under his government than as it is now.
Okay.
Or maybe than any other person from any other tribe comes to power. So let people understand. Because if you say that there will not be election, even some people that are saying that because of Nnamdi Kanu, they are failing to release him. That is the reason we are having problems with that.
Okay.
I want to tell you that the present government will continue to hold, even they have the mind to release him. Because if he held there, will now make people not to come out and vote. And it is an opportunity for them also to win the election.
Okay.
Because they know that people don't want to vote because now the country is still being held, he has not been released. And as a result of that, people are not coming out to vote. It's an opportunity for people also to win the election.
Okay.
I don't know how the country is. Nobody from the south is if somebody from the other side comes up as a president. I want to tell our people that are saying and everything, they will now know that now the country is not coming out.
Okay.
So let people understand what they're doing.
Okay.
It's not just to say if you don't release in the canal, they will not be. If there's no election in South, there'll be election in North.
Southeast is so much that it will affect the election in any way.
That is so. Don't say this as a result of what people, maybe as a result of what people are saying.
Okay.
And what is happening here. Actually, now the Carol's incarceration from there, comes to security, there's no doubt about it. But if people continue or people insist in causing insecurity here, it will not make, the Northerners or whoever not from this side to win the election.
Okay.
I think when the shadow coming out will be, will not be possible. So to do this call for them to release him, for him to subdue him and all that is to awaken the weakness. You understand? Those are people we are saying it.
But if they don't listen, can the election still hold in the Southeast?
Why would they not hold?
Okay.
They that it may not be a topic. Not like somebody said before the last caller. Many people may not come out to vote.
Okay.
But that election is not hold. If people do not come out in mass, or it's either politicians or maybe IPOB supporters need to continue them that way.
Okay.
In order for people not to come out to vote. If we still have our agreement, I think now the car will still remain there. Because if people come out in mass and to vote and go ahead, we achieve our aim. Somebody from this side becomes the president. Nothing will stop now the car from being released.
Okay.
So that is what people understand. But if people continue to say no election, God, that is where we are. So let people understand what they are talking about.
But at the same time, other candidates of the other political parties could also, if they should win, could also attend to the issue of the agitation and in the process address that issue of Nnamdi Kanu as well. Don't you think so?
No doubt about it. We know we have very major candidates contenders.
Okay.
And so you don't need person to tell you that the winner must come out from, three of them. One of them must be the winner. They are also contenders. Africa, they have their own candidates and some other parties. We know that, but everybody knows that it is among these three people.
Okay.
Understand? So whether another person or that, one thing we know is that if our man is here, the person will go to lose the election. So to be coming out of Nnamdi Kanu, don't forget about it. Unless by the miracle of God.
Okay, thank you.
I want to.
Okay. Okay.
And the court has now declared him as the senatorial candidate of his zone.
Yes, under APC.
It is normally said that court is the last hope of the
common man.
That common man, but that is not true.
Okay.
Abagio, he participated in the presidential primary of the APC when he stepped down for
Tinubu.
Where did he participate? Where did he contest senatorial primary of his zone under his country? The election, when court cleared that of Yoke and removed Lawal, the case of Lawal and Abagio were the same thing. Lawal contested for president and failed. He went to court to go back and I remained the senatorial candidate of his own cause, the movement. And that was right. Okay. The same thing had happened in the case of Abbasi, because he contested for president. So why should we now cause clear him against the other person? So of course, what we are seeing in Nigeria is just, it's just APC, because that's why. If not, how can they clear him? You contested for president, and you're not going back as a senatorial.
But is APC affair all through now? It's still based on APC candidacy.
But it's not about APC affair. What of the other man? What of the other man? Even though it's APC affair, we are Nigerians. That man, he has his supporters. The other man, he has his supporters. They are together. So whether it's APC or PDP or level, it's not what we're talking about. Supreme Court messed up in that judgment because Abia has no right to remain this thing. They contested for president, so he did not go back and. The only person
so, but you are saying that his case is supposed to be like that of Lawan, right?
Of course.
Okay.
But
that will show you that maybe he did a different thing from what Lawan did. That is like what you are going to look at. Maybe that's when we'll have to break it down basically. But let's now focus, because you and I, we have spent a lot of time here. Let's allow other people to come in as well. But next time we'll get to talk about it the more. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Yes, it is still Political Views on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. I am interested in your views on what is going on in the political space in Nigeria today. Let's hear from you. Hello.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
I'm calling from Obi.
Please go on.
Yeah, thank you very much for the good analysis.
Yes, go on.
See, as we are talking about security, as close and as low what they're saying, they know that if the car is fair, there'll never be peace in Southeast here. There'll never be a good election, free and fair here. Because nobody likes to use his life to pray. When you come around, all these things that happen here, they know about it.
Okay.
Those and they know about it. By holding in the car, you know that nothing is going to move here in Southeast in terms of election. That will withdraw people from coming to vote, including me.
But the North. Let me correct an impression here. The North is not holding in Nnamdi Kanu. The federal government is holding in Nnamdi Kanu, not the North. Federal government, yeah.
Where did this come from? So then those people did not have an outsider here. Let me tell you, if you release in Nnamdi Kanu today, this should be in South Africa, because the elders or the stakeholders in the South Africa grant vote for him. The immediate people here is the front of that line. They will withdraw for anything like this. Let's say sometimes ago, when election, there was there will be an election in anambrastate. The man come and tell people to go and vote, and everybody come and march to go and vote.
Yeah, it happened.
If you stay holding that man, nothing will move here. And the level person we have to do big project in South.
But if we are looking at that, now, maybe somehow the issue of PVC collection, this issue, if that is exactly what we are hoping for when it comes to this election, that means that particular issue have failed already, because a lot of people, he could have encouraged a lot of people to go for their PVC registration first before coming to this spot. Don't you think so?
If you take up PVC, many people have go there and collected. Even though some are still making road that they are not doing PVC, that is why.
Okay.
Many people are with their PVC now and they are ready to vote. But the problem we have here is security. Let me say it again. If you release him now, today, there is elder. That man is listening to some people. There is elders and anambrastate. We go and meet him and we call everything to order. And we will have free and fair election in Southeast as a whole. But this is still only that man. Nobody is a fool. We know what is happening in Nigeria. The cow is not bad than this Boko Haram leaders. So there is thinking some people. They are living. What kind is that man created? How am I going to have this in Southeast here? You say it's not northerners. Who are the power? Who are the people out there? This is our friend, the people out there. There is not what they want us to Igbo. They carry themselves like God and
but when you ask the question, who are the people there? We also have Igbo people in the in that component of federal government. we have Igbo, we have Yoruba as well. It's not just, maybe you will not be looking at the percentage of the amount of people in the representation. You know, ahead.
They don't have much to say. You know, our people don't have that type of heart. We always the physical people. We don't have that type of heart. Most people that are people in the federal government, they don't have much to say. I'm pleading to them, I'm telling general, please, I want you to rent for this something because there's many bloodshed in this place. That declaration, free and fair, we all this stuff is already of us ready to go out for. But if you don't promise some security, people will get in share. I like what to do these days. That man did a wonderful job. I want all that discipline in another to go around here and support what that man is doing. Let's not go on federal government to listen to them and release this man so that we can have peace and have a credible election in Nigeria. Not only in South East.
Okay. Okay.
I thank you for what they are doing. There are some of them that are making mistake. How can somebody sit in the seat of Senate for 20-something days? While the young one are moving with their certificate looking for jobs. You're there for 20-something years, 30 years. You don't want to step down. That is the country of the youth. One person will there for House of Representatives for 20-something. Another one will there for Senate for 20-something. While there are many graduates, thousands and millions of them coming out from school, no job. These are the people who are running this Nigeria in this position we are today. So we are looking to the elders. Let them step down for some certain positions so that the youth will take over.
Okay.
Thank you for the job you are doing.
Okay, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Yes, it is still Political Views on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. It is meant for the people who are grounded politically. Can you talk about it? Let's talk about it. Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Yeah.
I'm Romanus. I called back from
Welcome back, Romanus.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, as I was saying earlier, whether federal government releasing Nankan or not, it will not stop us from coming out en masse to vote the right person that we release in Nankan.
You are speaking on behalf of the youth now, right? You are speaking on behalf of the youth, are you?
Yes.
Okay.
Meaning that, okay, myself have come out to that there will be election in the South East.
Yes.
Actually, they have come out and who are those people saying there will not be election? They are enemies. They are enemy of Biafra and the South Easterners. They are our enemy. If anybody is saying there will not be election here, that person is an enemy. Whether the person is abroad or within Nigeria, that person is an enemy.
Okay.
That's the simple truth. Because as things is going now, there's every indication that this current government, even if Supreme Court declared today that they should go and release him, they will not do it. They will find another means to still holding him. Yes.
So,
it is not the same government that go and invade the Supreme Court house judge the other time. They will find a way to continue holding him. The best thing is that our people should do what? Come out. If you have not gotten a CDC, tomorrow we end in world level and go back to local government.
Yeah.
Go and get your CDC. My own is ready.
Okay. So,
go out and get your CDC.
how would you assess that word exercise so far? How would you assess it? If you are to score it, what would be the score you are going to give it, that exercise?
Yeah, because I need to have a limitation of that staff.
Okay.
Somehow this is stressful, but anyhow it is going well.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And let me say this thing again. Coming to case between Apabi and the other person.
Yeah.
That's the one in Supreme Court.
Yes.
Have you seen what they are talking about? No, institution is not working in this country. Now, don't be surprised that Lawan will go back to Supreme Court. He hasn't reached Supreme Court. So
Okay.
he go back to Supreme Court. And the same Supreme Court will declare him the candidate.
I guess what we saw in the case of Lawan is that he so far I think he's ended, but anyhow we'll keep tabs on that still.
Their spirit is to Supreme Court. No.
Okay.
He hasn't reached there. I think he has stopped at the Supreme Court. He will go to Supreme Court. Because this is just a plan. They have set the president now. Then they usually can go back to Supreme and go to Supreme Court and get his ticket and get the ticket there.
Okay.
This is because the institution is not working here. We will
The rule of law.
Nobody should have this. I beg him, brother.
Hello?
This institution is working.
Okay.
Of course, we do God and everybody will pay it, even the president.
Okay.
Our people should get the CVD on 25th of February. We make a statement in the whole Nigeria that enough is enough. Nobody should entertain any fear because a security agents will be anywhere, everywhere. That's it. Nobody should entertain any fear at all.
Okay. So then this issue of explosion. This issue of explosion at Valley in Port Harcourt, what is your take on that?
They are playing local politics. I don't want to talk about that one. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for joining us this morning. It is still political views on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. What are your views, when it comes to politics? 08096661035. Let's hear from you. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning.
Justice Okebo is my name. I'm calling you from Ugbo in Edo State, sir.
Please go on.
My argument is about the fuel increment.
Okay.
Concerning the Minister for State for Petroleum, saying that the federal government has not increased fuel.
Yes.
Yes, they have not increased fuel officially, but why statically, artificially?
Okay, basically, they won't take all the blame because the marketers, independent marketers as well, the whole activities that goes on between depot, even the importation at itself. So sometimes the government cannot take full credit of what goes on because individuals are also operating in this space as well.
Okay, they should take everything easy for we the commoners so that we can smile once again.
That's the thing. That's what the minister is saying, that they are working on it to make sure that it gets back to the normal price that it used to be.
They should work on it for time so that we can smile once again.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Anyway,
God bless you.
Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Yes, thank you.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, it is still political views on Ebona, the 103 FM. What are your views when it comes to politics in Nigeria today? Let's hear from you. Hello.
Yeah, brother, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Please go on.
Yes. The release of Nnamdi Kanu, release of Nnamdi Kanu. Wonder, some people that they love the activities of unknown government. Today, the same people calling for that the federal government will release it so that they will have elections. Meanwhile, if you can remember clearly, you can say that it was the same people that we are saying the election does not count. If you can remember vividly.
Okay.
When people do the camp.
Okay.
And all of that, under those energy that they were using to say that Nigeria is calm. Let's have the referendum. All of them started talking about Nigeria, talking about an election of Nigeria. You see, our problem here is just unnecessary interest. Unnecessary interest. And you remember when the federal government, when that order was granted, release of Nnamdi Kanu at Harcourt, they said it was, some people said it was targeted at the peterobi, that when the federal government releases Nnamdi Kanu, that Nnamdi Kanu will follow the chances of Obi. My brother, if your eyes is is not on the ball, these people will call and confuse you.
Okay.
They will call and parabolate and try to confuse you. There are some people that we are saying it was to follow Obi's candidate chances. Okay, let me ask you now, my brother. Do you think that when Nnamdi Kanu is granted this today, that he's going to support any election apart from a referendum?
If not for anything, he thanked the governor for using that political space to call for his release. And if he's giving that thing, I think he might affiliate with the person that called for his release in the first place. Now that could happen. We could see that.
The truth of the matter is that the Nnamdi Kanu that we know, and even those scholars, the people that have been the same, they will always tell you that Nnamdi Kanu can never pass the referendum or nothing. So if it's the same Nnamdi Kanu that we know, that Simon Ekpa is his disciple, because for me, if you take very well, Simon Ekpa is resolute. Apart
apart from this killing that is coming out from him, I would have loved to support that guy, because you cannot telling me that referendum, then along the line you turn around and tell me election. I will just conclude that you have collected money. So the truth of the matter is that they know that with this type, the character that the guy has is, it is this or nothing. So if they release him today, you will still continue to say it is this or nothing. It is referendum or nothing. So it will going to hurt the same person that they are talking about, go back and collect everything and do this. Let us stop deceiving ourselves from this type of the world. That's why others are just saying that we are under some influence, under cost. Let us stop playing unnecessary politics here. If you release this guy, that's what Oludo is talking about, that he's going to guarantee him. Why federal government is holding him is that they know that when they release this guy, that it will kind of embolden the guy the more. Understand? So you will get out of hand. So that's why they are kind of looking for somebody that can say, I will bring it back.
That will tame him.
Okay. So that's why Soludo is calling. So people will even comment Soludo, but you can see them. The same people, they will always want to criticize Soludo. You can see that it's a kind of that they are either confused or something. The truth of the matter is that for me, if you release this guy today and he changes his tone, for me, I will question him, because this is not what he has been telling people.
Okay.
Like 2019, you see 2 days to the election, he came out and they said, okay, go and vote. The same person that was saying there will be election. No, let us be organized in maybe pursuing anything that we are pursuing. Because all that are their eyes are on board. They are monitoring us. That's why they are saying that we are confused, that we don't know what we want in this country. Well, before 30th of May, we are talking about referendum, we are talking about the election. Immediately after the man becomes so therefore he is now becoming a sense, and we are now turning around, doing acrobatics and saying that let us vote him. Who are we trying to fool?
But at the same time, when you look at the people you are talking about now, you can't give a proper statistics to it completely. Like, okay, that this amount of people.
My brother, 98% of them, 98% of them calling is the same people that we are saying that.
It is still assumption.
The truth of the matter is that we know the truth.
Okay.
Some people are just afraid of the truth. Some people are just playing off street every day. And people like us are just listening at them, and we are saying what is wrong from this part of the world. What is wrong? What are we doing? Just look at it. That's why a man of God from Yoruba land will say that these people are operating under some influence.
Which he prayed for us. He prayed for us and broke the curse. Now he said that he's broken the curse. Maybe that's the reason why we are doing well. Like maybe we are faring well in this particular campaign so far.
Even the angle that he pointed at was that the reason of the curse. I did not believe it.
Okay.
The angle that he pointed, for me, the angle that was holding us down here is what we are doing to ourselves. All this claim of law that we are doing to our brothers and sisters. It's what is holding us, not the one that we committed against the other people that we were talking about. It is this blood. This blood cannot allow us to be focused. We will continue to make us to be crying as an orphan, crying that people are marginalizing us. How can you kill your brother in the name of that you are pursuing something? How can you kill your brother? Most of us say that we are Christians. We will remember the case of Cain. Cain, according to God said he will be a wonder, he will be a futility. This is what we are doing to ourselves. Until we break this cause by ourselves, until we reconcile and ask forgiveness of those people that were killed.
And love ourselves.
This will continue.
Okay.
This will continue.
Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Thank you. Yes, it is still political views on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. What is your own view on all that is going on in the political space? And then if you ask me, I guess we'll have to wait and see how it plays out, really, because we can't say, okay, that this is the kind of person we know him to be. We don't know what might be different this time. You also said something about the fact that, okay, he now said, okay, during that time he was saying no election, but all of a sudden he said, okay, everybody should go and vote. That should tell you that when it comes to the issue of this nation, I once said on this platform that when you were asking the white man to leave, when we as a country, we are asking the white man to leave, that we don't need their government anymore, that we need to form our own. We didn't ask for Biafra, we asked for Nigeria. And then that issue of Nigeria is one thing that we are together, whether we like it or not, So, but at the end of the day, we might be saying, okay, I'm agitating, I'm doing this, but at the end of the day, that same issue is still bringing us together. We are together, whether we like it or not. That's the case. But what is your own take politically? It is political views on Ebonade. 103.5 FM 08096661035, and you become part of this conversation. Let's talk about it. Hello? Hello? Okay, please call back 08096661035. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
Hello,
Toma, my brother.
I was in the area.
Okay, Gabaniru.
I had a fun in Nigeria. Every time I run out of Anaya, I'm a more country model for me and me. Man, I just started in Nigeria. I asked this question for many times. What is the meaning of Nigeria? Nobody has run the meaning. I go here, different people. Then I have but I gone on the meaning of Nigeria. What do you mean? Or not just like that. The mother could have gone up. I really want to do what I do not by the same way in Nigeria. Take the meaning. I'm going to have them. And I network. I think I will go.
Get the meaning of America. The meaning of America.
The meaning of America. And America. Only in America. I have the meaning of America. I'm going to America.
Ụfọdụ afọ ana
onye America, onye America, onye America, onye nwanne nne nwanne Nigeria ka m na-ajụ ese maka ma ihe bụ Nigeria. Onye m ga-ajụ ga onye ma the meaning of Nigeria kọwa ya prọfesọ na onwe gị.
Ngwa gaba n'iru tila ya ọnụ n'ihe anyị na-ekwugodo taa. Anyị ga nke a bụ issue anyị ga-treat another day. Yọta nke a bụrụ nke anyị na-ekwu taa.
Ife m nwa na-ekwu ka wofu ife ahụ naanị mana ya chọọ ọka n'obodo a. Maka na ife ọbụla gara na-ada adago. Ka m bude na nke ọtọ m. Eche na ọtọ m jere ime ntuli aka elu wee nwee accident akwa ya.
Ọ jere ime campaign.
Ntuli aka elu ahụ m jere ime nke ndị sineti kọ nke ndị gọvanọ kọ nke ndị presidential election nke ojezere
ndị PDP nya na
ndị gọvanọ kọ nke ndị sinetọ kọ nke ndị prezident
ife niile a ka ha jere mana ịmagodo na G5 agwago anyị na ha fe reveal the president so no ihe niile apart from nke president ma nke governorship ma nke ndị ọzọ.
Lord of Kama anaghị ehi ụra anytime ọbụla ọ bụ ọ ya ebilite rụọ ọrụ ya ọtọ ma onye kpọrọ na anyị 2019 ka 2019 ka o kwuru okwu a 2020 na onye ọbụla na-eme ka a ga-eme elekshọn n'obodo a bụ Naijiria 2023 ọ dị na news ahịrị anyị kedoro nagịrị na ọfụma so nke na mụ jere ya gwara na news na ọtọ mkpụrụ ose onye ọbụla na-ewepụta onwe ya isi 2023 na ọka o jee mee elekshọn for presidential election 2023 na onye a megịrị ya kpe ekpere ikpeazụ ya ọtọ m kwuru ya anybody that will come out and say election 2023 this year we should say the final prayer ọtọ ọ dị na news kedu ihe ọ na-akparịkwa na again ebe ọ matara na onwe ya dịka election n'obodo a isi ebe 2023 okwu okwu 2023 kedu ihe o jere ije na ntuli aka elu ọlọdọ ọkama ji ya ma ọ na ya kwegbu onwe ya nke bụ eziokwu so nke a ka ata n'okwu nna m dekalụ akpụranye m na-ekwu meta
ama na ị na-ekwu na-aga n'iru
ihe m nwa na-ekwu nke m obodo achị na maka ifuru obodo a bụ Naijiria ọ bụghị mmadụ niile laikere ya akụfuru Biafra ọ bụ mmadụ niile laikere ya ọ naghị adị mma mmadụ bụrụ ụtụ na-akpagharị ọzọ ka ya na mmadụ ibi ya mee gị na enwe n'ụtụ ahụ obi na ya ibụrụ ụtụ na-akpagharị hapụga ndị na-achọ nwa ụtụ nọ n'ụtụ that is simple truth maka isi kote bụ ọgba ezi so ọ bụrụ na ịlaike Naijiria good and fine ị na-ekwukwu na ji na-ekwusi ike ụdị ka asụsụ ị na-asụ agụgụ ụmụ ndị mmadụ adị na distresi na-anọ n'elu ya kịta na-abụ suggestion of onye Igbo anya na-ata akụkọ onye Igbo kịta na isi ilie na iwe onye Igbo na-enwere ike iri gị wee yuzuo as instrument to torment us isi ya nọ n'ime ya ọga ihe imechara isiri ka ọ ya adị Naijiria ga na-agakwa n'aka nke ha Biafra agakwa n'aka nke ha ịghọtago so ihe ọ bụla ị na-eme uche gị dị ya anyị anaghị ekwu okwu ihe gbasara n'onye Igbo achọghị m ịma iwu na-asụ onye ya ma ọ na-akpụ aka ige ntị ihe anyị kwuru ọwụ ụtọ ọcheta agbadisiri ofe ụzọ
ịga na anyị mụrụ ga-atachi na onye atụ ụtọ onye achị nka ndị Igbo adị m akụ ụda aka ahụ dịka na ị na-ele m anya na-eme okwu m na-ekwu achọrọwa asọsị ala awegobuchapụ ya ọ wali aka anyị na-aga ha atụ okwu mmadụ.
So in the support of ife Governor Soludo na-ekwunu maka release ya.
Mụ ama mmezi pọt iwe bilọngụ ebe maka na mụ na ndị na-abụ na-atụ ụbasị
ị na-anụ ihe na-ekwu ị na-anụ ihe na-ekwu ikwete ị sọpọtụrụ ihe Governor Soludo na-ekwu maka release ya maka election South East a.
Ya ka m na-agwa gị sekretari na ya hapụ onye esi kọndishọnal dịka pọtụtụ wee kwuo onye esi o nwere agreement nọ na ya na-abụrụ isi 2019 na asị na ama ntụ akwụkwọ ya nwasị na ama ntụ akwụkwọ ya nwa patapata ji atụ akwụkwọ and o nwere agreement ọ nụrụ isi nke gasta ma kedu ihe eji chọje ka eji agbagharịa gosi anyị eji wiser than him na this year because secretary and I told that there was agreement between you and the young man and ebe a ka ọ standịrị ị na-achọ ka eji atụ akwụkwọ ị na-achọ ka eji eme nke ị ga-eme gị ị ga-ahapụgoro onye ahụ fulfill that agreement a gị ya na-abụzi ọ mara ka ga tụọ nkịta na-ekwu okwu na aga ha bịa ga ma ma ya atọ anyị na-ekwu okwu ma ya atọ ma na ama ntụ ihe m chọrọ na agahapụgoro onye ahụ echiche o nwere agreement ọrụ ya na onye ndị ama na pejecha ya akụkọ aka ntacha ya ga tụọ otu ụkwụ ihe megide ka a na nke ịtọ na ọya atọ ịtụrụ nkịta aka ọ tọrọ atọ achọghị m ịme onye na-achọ igbo ma na-achọ esi ma na-achọ izibi ma na-achọ gị ihe ọ bụla na-achọ ọnụ ịma ihe m na-ekwu bụ ịlagị Naịjirịa dịka awụchibi onye isi nke ọnụ na nwa ọnụ adịghị egwuregwu m na ndị na na-abata ebe atụtụ ụta keta achịkeke maka
nyanwa na onwe ekenekwalụ o nyekwala ekene o last so but anyhow daalụ maka isonyela anyị n'otu a ka anyị ala ụkwa ka ndị ọzọ bata yọta ka ndị ọzọ batakwa na taa mụ na gị anọtetugo obere aka ka ndị ọzọ batakwa daalụ rinne. Thank you. It is still political views on Airborne at the 103.5 FM, and we are beginning to wind down little by little, but we still have little time to talk about all that is going on in the political space in Nigeria today. Let's hear from you. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah.
I'm from Buka. It's Monica.
Gabani Rebuka.
If I was follow election, maka atụ election mara ya atụ election nke anyị atụrịla election nke a bụ iwu mana anyị atụ election ụfọdụ ndị na-asị na amantụ efe achọbụ referendum eziokwu na obodo anyị dị anyị mma bụ Biafra mụ otu a nọ na ebelivuzi m na ife ndị a bụ Naijiria na-eme maka nafa ọkwa efugi ya
Kende bụzi ndị Nigeria ebe ị na-ekwukwa ekwu election ị na-ekwukwa okwu ndị bụ ndị Nigeria all the same thing ka ọ bụ maka ebe ị na-ekwu okwu election ịbụ onye Nigeria
Nigerian government
by the government.
So, open asking of the referendum of election can referendum be to election. In the more support of Biafra, if we are opening support of APL Nigeria. And my government is election, I need to a referendum. Because I can win your idea to bigger anon, a lawyer. Next year, Usakoya, Fukoya, ndị nke Nigeria ya nọkwa kama na ife a na-ekwu ugwu
mana referendum adịrọ na constitution Nigeria ka ọ dị
ọ dịrọ na constitution of Nigeria ọ ya bụ ife na-ekwu na onye ọbụla na-ekwu abata referendum ya ma nọkwa election and because ọ bụ na ọ dịrọ na constitution of Nigeria na any issue ama ntu a ga-esi wee mee ife onye ọbụla ama ife si na ọ chọrọ ka anyị nweta obodo anyị bụ Biafra ya n'ugwu enwe local government autonomy or inweta government down to grassroots ka enwe regional government or through there ka anyị ga-esi wee nweta financial without it onwere form ebe ọbụla anyị na-eje and to go back to local government autonomy you forget the reason why this election is very important.
Okay.
So you will deny autonomy elections.
Even though that the other line of Western and Central, of not 59 years, I see some to go to a local government autonomy. I thought the new national federal tight ball line.
Okay.
Finance.
But under the Constitution of Nigeria, the
Constitution of regional government, the federal government, is to federal government. No, that's a regional government. That's why Nigeria is about the also. Constitution and a different constitution. Each region has their own constitution. You understand? The central like by then so that has a more drastic change like the whole
system. Okay. Okay. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Yes, it is still political views on everyone at the 103.5 FM. It still depends on how the constitution, is drafted by then. It's a process. It continues. But with the election, that's what you are saying. With the election, we could get people who represent us better to mold that constitution towards the way it is going to enable us as a people. Let's hear from you. Hello. Yeah, good morning.
How was the next in the area?
Okay, no. Welcome back. My brother.
For Indian mother, now mother.
Okay.
Even what you are about Kademafia, governor of the girl, Nanda, Nina, and Abron, Ato, Naya Menka, Ayato, Aya Menka. Even the Nina, the Kuono Kanye here. You are just forming our mark. The authority have never spoke. When the authority spoke, the man in the Kuono Kanye here.
I must authority in Kino Kumaka.
Nah, actually, let a from our way, I think enough for the Abron and get a couple on the way to the Onya Nation. But the people handle of these time around. They both let the people. They are. They don't let nothing happen. Man, after that is another. Come one them and then after for the Bagaki. Come go into the show into the like it or you don't like it. Every open after our people, we are done at the Yaki. Every another people, no for the no city to have the right to enter that. Without a hand at all. Okay, I'm not even from Nigeria to the and I have it. Oh, when did you how? Mano, half of that I knew. That's the of Nigeria. I go and in the Hana. Oh, museum,
but I see bad. Yeah, Ketana, the space by no Ketao. Upon
Nigeria, where I'm thinking all when I have to go to the Ghana, look at the Nigeria Ghana politician. So let's get the Nigeria to find out what I know on the I don't know. When I say Nigeria, fine. If you ever didn't know, I don't have one about
a lot of people will not agree with that. Oh, too, I can go as well.
Yes, because they get around and say, what kind of a they don't know what they are doing. People have already recognized us and give us that 10%. Nigeria does not have that thing. I didn't want to get
Mbo Waka recognized Nigeria as an entity of its own. Mbo Waka recognized the government of Nigeria. So you know, sometimes on that was some kind of speculation. Because already Mbowa is working with Nigeria already. With the World Bank, the United Nations, all of them are working with Nigeria as a government. Anyhow, Dalo Maki joined this morning. Anyway, thank you so much. No, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Yes, it is still political views on Ebona at the 103.5 FM. It's basically his own point of view, you know. He's looking at it from maybe the secessionist point of view or perspective, basically. But at the end of the day, we are discussing Nigeria here, and at the end of the day, you are still being drawn into the matters concerning Nigeria because it is important. You are involved as well. Let's talk about it. Let's hear from you. Hello.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning. Welcome.
Monday Johnson.
Okay, please go on. Where are you calling us from, please?
I'm calling in from Onega.
Okay, go on.
My brother, have you read about a seafood nation? I don't know whether you've read about it.
A seafood
nation.
A seafood nation. But
Yeah.
who is the author of this book?
That's by the way.
Okay, anyway, go on.
I think our father, wrote a book, and this one was authored by Dino Achebe.
Okay.
There was a country. I think you've read about that book.
I've read the book over and over again.
Over and over.
Yes, over and
Good
over.
to hear that.
Okay.
Which means you can really explain certain things
In the book.
that are in the book.
Yes.
If anybody is saying that Nigeria was one, let me use that word, was one,
Okay.
that person is making a mistake. Before the arrival of the white man, there was 3 nations in this country. 3 nations. And if you are a good student of history, you will discover that it was this very particular vision that was there before the arrival of white man that led or persuaded the people to convince his men and those that were in leadership within them to organize a meeting called Aburi. And there was an agreement that each of these nations should control everything in their region and submit.
When you're, excuse me, don't be annoyed though, please. When you're talking about Aburi Accord now, you are talking about the war, the Nigerian Civil War. You are not talking about the history of.
No, Aburi agreement was there before the war.
No, the Aburi Accord. No, if you're talking about there was a country written by Chinua Achebe. The Aburi Accord discussed in that book is about the Nigerian Civil War. But when you're talking about the inception of where we are right now, when the white man came, a lot of places were, was approaching, like the Bight of Bonny. The Bight of Bonny is called the Bight of Biafra. It's a place of its own. It was a market. There are other marketplaces, that the white man visited. Even before the British man came, Portugal was coming to your Bight of Biafra or Bight of Bonny, as it was called, to do businesses. So it wasn't a country per se, it was a marketplace. So now, a country now came together. The people you address as nation, we are talking about ethnicity now, we are talking about, and you go to so many nations, not just Nigeria. If you go to America, the issue of ethnicity is there. So you don't call the Mexicans, you don't call the Mexicans a nation of their own. They like the Red Indians,
Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
As it stands now, because some of us believe so much in the country called Nigeria.
Okay.
Are we existing as a country as it stands now?
Yes, we are a country of its own. We are like the sovereign entity of its own.
But can you give me clear definition of the word country?
Anyway, that will be by the way. We are already running out of time. I'm coming. We are running out of time. We'll have this conversation on the subsequent edition of this particular program. Thank you for joining us. I will have to call it off now. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, it is still Political Views on Ebona, the 103.5 FM, and we're beginning to wind down to the part where we'll say, see you some other time. But right now, let me break it down. The issue here, from what I discovered from the last caller, is that sometimes we use misrepresentation of what happened in history to begin to depict some things that will affect us now. When we get to understand our history as a people, we get to address these things properly. And that's the reason why you have to pay attention to Political Views on Ebona, the 103.5 FM. And it happens every Saturday, 10 o'clock in the morning, and then every Monday, 3 o'clock p.m. So keep a date. I remember Martin Ifeanyi Shuku, AKZ, and it's been a wonderful time hanging out with you on this particular edition of Political Views on Ebon at 103.5 FM. Till we see again. Shalom.